and welcome to another Wednesday with me, Mr. Goody Grammar. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, we have something that's gonna go ahead and boom! Add some emphasis and maybe a little bit too much of a blah 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 to your sentences. What, Mr. Goody Grammar? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, I'm talking about commas and dashes. Adding extra information. Yeah! So, I hope you have your word of the week brew, a little cozy chia pet, and a seatbelt on. Because it's gonna be a Wednesday! And whether you're joining me right now on Facebook Live or later on YouTube, make sure to participate in the comments section. You don't want to miss out. Practice makes nearly perfect. So, I think we should go ahead and jump into it with a little overview of the evening. I'm going to go ahead and start off with some sentence shoutouts. What are sentence shoutouts? I give you a shout out if you're participating in the comment section of our various videos and that you're practicing the different vocabulary words or concepts. Yeah. So make sure to stick around for that and stick around for the end of Wednesday to see who gets the Grammar Goody shout out of the week. Then we will jump into a basket breaker. Next, comma and dash overview. We're gonna eat it up, y'all! The Grammar Goody shout out of the week, and then we're gonna check out. So, let's go ahead and get started with some sentence shout outs. Oh yeah! Our first one comes from, of course, one of the most epic and best grammar goodies ever, Jai Guruji. Hey! So, Jai Guruji's amazing sentence says, I felt elated when I saw Mr. Goody Grammar, filled with verve, conducting a Word of the Week episode. First of all, hey Jai, good to see you. Second of all, whoa! Great sentence. I get incredibly elated when I see you participating in the comments section and blowing my mind with the words of the week. Keep it up. And look, another amazing grammar goodie. Wallflower4920, hey, says, I'm always elated to have a cup of coffee with Mr. Goody Grammar. Me too. Cheers, Wallflower4920. You rock. So those are our two sentence shoutouts of the week, but stick around to the end because you'll see who wins the Grammar Goody sentence shoutout of the week. But for right now, I think we should go ahead and jump into a basket breaker.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, title slide. Whoa! Alright, this week's basket breaker question is, when you write, do you use too much or not enough description? So when you have your parchment, your quill, and some ink, and you are writing, do you use too much information when you're writing, or not enough? Is it too simple, or are you throwing description everywhere like the second chapter of The Great Gatsby? Really? 10 pages to describe an industrialized zone? Anyway, what are you gonna put? When you write, do you use too much or not enough description? Go ahead and put your answer into the comment section. I want to know, do we have more people that, boom, keep it simple, Or do we have people that, whew, do too much? Or are you right in the middle? We'll see, we'll see. But I'm going to give you my answer. So keep in mind, it's always useful to make sure that you're specific when it comes to your writing. Does this give enough detail to make it clear for a reader? So, you definitely want to make sure to add extra description to it. But, please keep in mind, you should not use too much description because it can get a little unclear. Pretty interesting, right? But the amazing thing about it is that, tonight. Oh, however, you do not want to give too much description. Who just said that? Me! Awesome! Radioactive waste.
3, 2, 1.
Get to this. I'm so excited about this. So, we're in radioactive waste. Today, we'll be talking about how commas and dashes are used to add extra information into sentences. As I was just talking about a little bit earlier, description's incredibly important when it comes to clarity in our sentences and just helping our reader. Maybe it adds different style and whoa! So, today I'm going to teach you two separate structures, punctuation marks, that you can use to add extra information if you need to spice up your sentences a little bit. So, let's jump into it. Double commas, also known as parenthetical commas. Yeah! So, we know commas are pauses, correct? Awesome! But what about two commas and placement? Let me show you. Alright, commas are used to set apart extra information. So it's putting extra information into a sentence or clause. And if you were to remove this extra information from your sentence or clause, it wouldn't really change the meaning. It's just adding some extra info for maybe some clarification, which I find absolutely hilarious. You're adding extra info, but for the majority of it, it's just information that isn't essential. It's just, boom, add some more description to it. For example, we could have something like this. John dove into the sea without fear to save the drowning llama. Help me! Help the llama! This is awesome. But what do we do if we want to give more information about John? Who is John? Let's add a little description to it. So we can actually go ahead and use the double comma / parenthetical commas to add some extra information about John. Let me show you. So this was our original sentence. John dove into the sea without fear to save the drowning llama. And then in this rewritten example, John, comma, the experienced Marine, comma, dove into the sea without fear to save the llama. If you'll notice, I have the original sentence, and directly after John, because I want to describe him a little bit more, I put a comma, my extra information, the experienced Marine, because it's describing John, and then a comma to separate it from everything else. So it's like basically taking a sentence and then adding some extra info, just boom, sticking it there with the double commas. Again, even just adding these three words, the experienced Marine, already enhances the sentence because it gives more clarification about John. However, is this necessary information? No, it wouldn't change the meaning of the sentence. So we know that we can actually use these. Whoa! Let's see another example. The Kool-Aid Man, a giant beverage and a loyal friend, comforted me when my ex broke my heart. Thank you, Kool-Aid Man. You're a real MVP. In this sentence, you can see that we've inserted a giant beverage and a loyal friend. This comes directly after the Kool-Aid Man, because we're giving extra information about the Kool-Aid Man. So let's say originally the sentence was, the Kool-Aid Man comforted me when my ex broke my heart. Awesome! But I want to give description to my hero, the Kool-Aid Man. To, guess what? Whoa. Spice it up. So I interjected with 2 commas this extra information. Just pushing it in there. Yeah! Pretty cool, right? Let's go ahead and boom. Parenthetical commas may also be used to move information from elsewhere in the sentence. And that can actually create emphasis. This is the BAM! What's important in the sentence? And by using parenthetical or double commas, you can actually go ahead and go, whoa, this is the important clause. This is the important information. This might emphasize something. Make it dramatic. So let's look. We have the same sentence 3 times. However, where the information goes differs depending on the punctuation mark. Let's look at our original example. The velociraptor prepared to perform with great trepidation. Gasp! Awesome. But let's say that I want to go ahead and emphasize great trepidation. Nervous. No need to be velociraptor. You got this. So what I could do here, the velociraptor prepared, comma, with great trepidation, comma, to perform. So we've taken with great trepidation and put it, boom, into the middle of the sentence to emphasize, the velociraptor prepared, but how did it prepare? With great trepidation, with anxiety, hesitation. Also look at this. The velociraptor, comma, with great trepidation. Whoa! I can't say that today because I need to drink some ice cold water. Delicious. So we see with this, the velociraptor, with great trepidation, prepared to perform. Once again, we inserted with great trepidation right after velociraptor. So we can either do it after the subject or the main verb. Cool, right? So, keep in mind, you can use double commas to switch around word order, just like I showed you. However, keep in mind that you need to make sure it enhances the sentence's clarity, and it doesn't complicate it. For example, in our past 3, all of these are very clear in sentence structure. We know exactly what the sentence is trying to get across. But if you arrange things too much or add extra info or too much extra info, it can complicate the sentence's clarity. So be careful with it. With rearranging and all that stuff. Again, it's like Tetris. Once it's in place, keep it. Ooh. So, also, another way to actually use double commas effectively is before and after words and phrases that interrupt the sentence. It's incredibly helpful when you want to use transition words. But what do you mean, Mr. Goody Grammar? Let me go ahead and tell you. And show you. Boom! He did not commit the crime. He did, however, assist the culprit. If you notice, I went ahead and put these two commas to interject the transition word, however, into the sentence. But why would you do that, Mr. Goody Grammar? Oh, great, fantastic question. I would do this to show transition in thought. He did not commit the crime. He did, however, assist the culprit. Because this shows a juxtaposition. However, this, right? He didn't do this, however, he did this. So you can insert it here. Or you can put it at the front of your sentence. But tonight we're talking about double commas, so don't get ahead of yourself. Boom. Awesome. Let's look at this. He agreed, reluctantly, to go to the dance. Why are you going to miss out? You gotta dance. Whoa. So, we inserted reluctantly. He agreed to go to the dance. Let's say that was our original sentence. But again, we're putting reluctantly in there to give a little more information about agreed. Awesome, right? Double commas are so easy. And let me go ahead and drink some more water. After, you go ahead and do this. You're going to create an original sentence that uses the double comma rule to add information into a sentence. But what do you mean, Mr. Goody Grammar? Can you clarify? Absolutely. What I mean is I want you to create an original sentence and boom, put the double commas in there. Why not? Add extra information wherever. I want to see how you do. Can you use this correctly? Absolutely. So go ahead and post it into the comment section. Whether you're, guess what, with me right now on Facebook Live, or you're watching this later on YouTube. Go ahead and get to it. Woo! Awesome. So, hopefully you did super well with this. I know you did. But I think it's time to go to the second concept of the night. Oh yeah, I'm talking boom. Double dashes. Let's look. So, double dashes are used instead of commas. The double commas we just went over. To interrupt a sentence. They are usually used to add extra information to a sentence. In a sense, using double dashes is the same thing as using double commas. I'll get into why and the circumstances that we would use dashes over commas. Let me show you, boom, this. The phrase separated by dashes must be grammatically inessential. Much like with, again, the double commas. You don't want to, with these, you don't want to put information that is absolutely necessary. That should go in your regular clause. So with this, again, boom, you're putting double dashes to insert extra information that isn't necessarily important. Perfect. Let me show you an example of how double dashes are used. My face, weathered and eroded from years void of moisturizer, is quickly decomposing. Let's break this down real quick. Let's say my original sentence was, my face is quickly decomposing. That's our main idea here. But I wanted to add extra information that isn't necessarily urgent and important to put in there. That my face is weathered and eroded from years void of moisturizer. This is why we want to do something like this. This is why we want to use the double commas or the double dashes. Is because this insert of information right here actually brings a lot of clarity and specificity to why my face is decomposing. Lack of moisturizer. Just joking. Look at the gleam. So it's a really cool way, and we use it pretty much in the same way as the double commas. Awesome. Let's look at another example. The unicorn, a benevolent creature of the mist, decided to donate blood. Thanks, unicorn. You're a real hero. Again, let's break this down. Let's say the original sentence was, the unicorn decided to donate blood. We're like, yeah, unicorn, you did it! But I wanted to add some more information about said unicorn. So, I, boom, put the double dashes in there and put a benevolent creature of the mist. Gives more information about our unicorn. But, again, is it essential to the main meaning of the sentence? No. The main meaning of the sentence is, the unicorn decided to donate blood. Awesome! Alrighty. So, this is kind of the circumstance that you would use double dashes over double commas. So, since commas have various jobs, commas can do so many things, right? Separate dates, it can bring together compound sentences, right? Separate dependent clauses from independent clauses, right? Insert extra information, right? So, since commas have various jobs, dashes can be used instead of commas if a sentence already has a lot of commas. If you have a whole bunch of commas everywhere, because they're doing different roles and functions in the sentence, but you still want to add that saucy little extra information, you can throw dashes into it. So it kind of breaks it up. So you're not just using commas. Add in those two dashes. Let me show you. We have Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, an unstoppable team, fought against Mojo Jojo, and they quickly won. Super cool, right? But let's look. There are 3 commas already in this sentence. There and there. Because we have 3 people, superheroes, 3 superheroes in a row for a list, which is one of the jobs of a comma. And also, down here to separate, boom, 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 the 2 independent clauses. But I wanted to add that extra boom, that emphasis, right? That to describe these 3 as an unstoppable team. So I just used double dashes there instead of commas because that would look kind of ugly and mess up the clarity a little bit if I put commas here instead of dashes. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, comma, an unstoppable team, comma, fought against... It's technically correct, but it doesn't look very good. Nope. Not at all, Jojo. Jojo, baby. Alrighty. Note, the dashes, are stylistic and should be used sparingly. Do not just go, oh, here's a dash and here's a dash, and I'm putting a dash here and a dash here and a dash here. Please don't. That's going to look very sloppy. Very sloppy. You're usually going to see dashes in dialogue for interruption, but I definitely wanted to show you this little trick tonight. Alrighty, it's another time to practice. You probably had a little inkling about what you're going to do, but let me go ahead and tell you. You're going to create an original sentence that uses double dashes to insert extra information. So take any sentence and boom, insert some extra information. Again, whether you're with me right now on Facebook Live or hanging out a little bit later on YouTube, make sure to participate in the comment section. I love to hear this stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and drink some water. Whoa, 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 whoa! What'd you come up with? I can't wait to check them out. I think we need to go into a little bit of a clarity portion. I want to talk about the similarities and differences of the parenthetical commas, or the double commas, and the double dashes. Here's the thing, the similarities. Both of these kind of structures are interruptions, right? And they add extra information. Both of them, in this sense, do the same job. Usually, and it's information that's not essential for both of them. So both of them do the same job in this context. Again, compare these two. Santiago, a newfound ninja, uprooted the Yakuza. You did it, Santiago. You did it. And then down here, Santiago, dash, a newfound ninja, dash, uprooted the Yakuza. Both of these are inserting the same clause. Right here, or the same, the same phrase. A newfound ninja, to describe Santiago. They have the same function, so it's the same. But we need to look at the differences. Dashes are more emphatic, than commas. So they create more of a rhetorical effect. Dashes are like, boom, it's like, this is really definitely an emphasis, right? Also, dashes help create readability if the sentence is too long or definitely too full of commas. And then usually use commas before dashes when adding extra information, because commas are a little bit more formal, okay? So a lot of different things to keep in mind. I personally really like dashes. I think they look awesome, super cool. It's like bam, bam, bam. And again, commas do a lot of different jobs, so I don't want to comma overload my sentence. Alrighty, I think it's some time for some employee assistance. Ooh.
We need some employee assistance.
So, for this week's employee assistance, what's going to happen is, for each of the following sentences, insert extra information with either double dashes or double commas. So again, I'm going to give you a sentence, and what I want you to do is take the sentence and add extra information into it using double dashes or double commas. Let's see what you come up with. So, add double commas or double dashes to this sentence right here. My dog is quite a ferocious animal. Okay, in the comment section, go ahead and rewrite this sentence and add extra information using double commas or double dashes. Woo! What a grammar goodies. I need hydration. Oh, that's good stuff. Awesome. So what did you come up with? I'll go ahead and show you my answer. I said, my dog, Fluffy McSquirrel Booty, is quite a ferocious animal. In this example, I went ahead and inserted, boom, 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 Fluffy McSquirrel Booty to give extra information about my dog. Because this is my dog's name. Huh! And again, just boom, plop that in there. Is this essential to understanding the main point of this sentence? No. But is it super cool? Absolutely. Alright, get ready. Grammar goodies, here you go. Add extra information to this sentence. Godzilla and Clifford, the big red dog, went out for casual brunch. Mimosas, maybe some omelets, definitely some sourdough bread. Who could forget the sourdough bread? Go ahead and add some extra information into that. Yeah! Ooh. So use double dashes or double commas to do so. And I'll give you my answer in just a second. Again, whether you are joining me on Facebook Live or watching this later on YouTube, participate in the comment section. So, I'll go ahead and give you my answer. Godzilla and Clifford the big red dog, two sassy divas, went out for casual brunch. All I did was take, boom, these two commas right there, inserted them, whoop, and then this extra information, two sassy divas. Because this gives extra information about Godzilla and Clifford the big red dog. I hear they're getting their own reality show. Yeah! And again, if I were to take this out, it would not change the main meaning of the sentence. Let's see what we got next. COVID-19. Too soon? Began to rapidly decline. So COVID-19 began to rapidly decline. Woo! Hopefully. So, add some extra information. I want to know. What are you going to add in there? What about COVID-19? What about it rapidly declining? Add it in there. Woo! While you're doing that, I'll go ahead and give you my answer. COVID-19, a vicious ailment, began to rapidly decline. I wanted to give more description, specificity, drama about COVID-19. So I called it a vicious ailment. Once again, boom, put it in there with double commas. Okay, now I think it's time we talk about a little aisle check. Here's what I want you to do. For your final idle check of the evening in this episode, for each grammar point, write a sentence that uses the desired grammatical structure. Whoa, too many words, Mr. Goody Grammar. In essence, I just want you to create original sentences that use what we talked about tonight. For example, write a sentence that uses double commas to add extra information. Then a sentence using double dashes to add extra information. And then finally, gasp, clutch pearls. Mr. Goody Grammar, this is going to be a hard one. Yep, a sentence using both double dashes and double commas. Oh! Can you do it, Grammar Goodies? I know you can. And keep in mind, if you get stuck, make sure to rewind this episode. What? I can go ahead and clarify in the past. Whoa! So make sure to do that in the comments section for me right now. Woo! And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and check it.
But before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe button and download the free guided notes in the description box below. The guided notes and episodes have matching badges to indicate each section, so you can follow along with ease. Also, during each episode, underline any text that appears in red or bold font to identify key words and concepts. It's the shopping list that your mom always forgot to take to the grocery store. Whoa!
So as we check out, I want to go ahead and give you a couple of reminders. Every Sunday, you know we have the word of the week. This week's word is elated. And I'm incredibly elated that you're joining me for another Whoa Wednesday. Live sessions every Wednesday. But you know that. Content episodes out every other Friday. Like last Friday, Complex Sentences, Volume 1? Yep, make sure to check that out. Sentence shoutouts regularly, like every Whoa Wednesday. And also, let me know what you want me to teach. Put it in the comment section. And now, woo! It's time for the Grammar Goody Sentence Shoutout of the Week. Can I get a drum roll, please? Who is it? Who could it be? And it's Fishbox! Yeah! Fishbox! Fishbox wrote, the stupendous starfish felt elated after learning a new vocabulary word. First of all, I love the use of the word stupendous. Am I possibly gonna commit thievery and take this for a word of the week? Absolutely. And Fishbox used an incredible word here, elated, ha! Which means you're happy, you're excited, you're overjoyed. So, Fishbox, this was an incredible sentence. Thank you so much for participating in the Word of the Week challenge. Yeah! And do you want the Grammar Goody sentence shoutout of the week? Yeah, of course you do. So make sure to participate in the comment section, or else you can't get recognized. And I know you guys have some amazing humor for me, so make sure to participate. And final reminder here, make sure to find us and follow us on all our social media, including our website, www.mrgoodygrammar.com, where you can sign up and become an official Grammar Goody. You'll receive access to extended episodes, PowerPoints, worksheets, podcasts, extended word of the week, everything in between. Don't forget the video quizzes. So check us out. Also check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Alrighty. What a Whoa Wednesday. That was so much fun, Grammar Goodies. I always have to thank you because we have a great time. As always, my name is Mr. Goody Grammar. I'll see you next Wednesday for another Whoa Wednesday. And comma in anytime. I'll see ya.